Now here's the next installment. What we know has an effect on us. What you don't know is what you don't know. The accumulation of knowledge, or lack thereof, has an impact on your dreams, future, income, and bank account. Your affiliations are affected by anything that happens to your account. It's wonderful to hear Charlie discuss literature. So, here's what happens next. We're influenced by outcomes. Here's number 5. Whatever initiatives you've started, whatever outcomes you've had in the past, now that's impacted you. Dreams have an impact on us. What our dreams imply for ourselves, our vision of the future. Music. Now here's a letter addressed to me. It's critical to ensure that the most powerful draw on your life is the pull of the future. Now, we spoke about evaluating the past yesterday, which is great, but we're not supposed to live in the past. Some individuals are dragged back by their history. If you allow it, draw you back, not simply to think about it to gain advice from errors. The music past may be like gravity. However, some individuals are stuck in the past. They exist in the shadows of the past. They are stuck in the past errors. They are stuck in the past discouragement. They weren't able to make it to the future. As a result, we don't want the future to drag people back to the past. It will have an impact on us, but not to the degree that it should. So take notice. Dreams and objectives may attract one another. Dreams and objectives may attract one another. The more powerful the aim, the stronger the goal. The higher the purpose, the stronger the magnet that draws you in that direction, the more likely you are to follow it. Your goals and ambitions not only drive you in that direction, but they also drag you through all sorts of bad days, tough times, and life's winter. People get lost in the day's chaos simply because their objective isn't bright enough to keep them going. We can go down the valley even though there are shadows of death surrounding us. According to an old writer, this is why, despite the dead, darkness, and obstacles, it is feasible to travel across the valley. Next, its objectives push us to take advantage of the spring since we have a view of the opposite side of the valley. Why would a farmer plow in the spring? Is it feasible to view the completed harvest if you couldn't see the harvest vision when the summer ended? Yes, we do so merely by faith. Faith is the capacity to perceive things that don't yet exist, and it is through this that things exist. So, how did this hotel get up where it is now? It was discovered when the house was empty. Can you see it when it isn't here? You ask. It is, after all, conceivable to perceive things that do not yet exist. It also serves as a time management quote, but I'm going to quote it now because it's so relevant to what we're talking about. When should you, music, begin construction on this hotel? This is an excellent query for your philosophical music. When should we begin construction on the home? The answer is, as soon as it's done. You wouldn't begin construction until the home was completed. Someone would come over and inquire what you were doing if you had just begun laying bricks. I'm simply putting bricks, you said. They'll whisk you away to a secure location. What are you creating if you have no idea? I have no clue. You admitted. It's now possible to complete a task before beginning another. In fact, starting until you've done would be stupid. As a result, humans have this amazing capacity to complete something and then begin again. Count your chickens till they are hatched. As the saying goes, they know we can count our chickens before their heads. We utilize the law of averages because we know we have trust. So, here's what we aim to do as part of our goal. The session's aim is to get you thinking about what you want to achieve and where you want to go in the future. Try to obtain a better image of the completed goal. Look for yourself there. For a while, I worked with Bob Cummings, the old movie star. Decide what you want and then behave as if you already have it, he added. Adding that as an actor, he could provide some acting advice. We may act and believe it's already ours since we can see not just the final result, but also the beginning of making it true. As a result, we don't start till it's done. It's a little philosophical, but we'll get to it before lunch. Humans are the only living creatures on the planet that have this amazing ability to alter the path of their existence. In the winter, the goose goes south, and no other living forms appear to function solely on instinct. During the winter, how often do you respond? Hey, it'd be better this year to travel west, you remark to the goose, but he rejects your advice. The reason for this is that he is incapable of making decisions or listening to suggestions about something that may be better by instinct and genetic code. But now jot down this information. Human beings have the ability to change the path of their life. Humans may survive for years in the same manner. They break up that script and experience life in a whole other manner. In the next 5 years, don't you have to do the second 6 years the same way you did the first 6 years and jot this down? Someone questioned. No, you don't have to live the next 6 years the same way you did the previous 6. You may put all of the knowledge and guidance to good use and live the life you desire. This is something that other living forms are capable of. If you were a tree, you'd be trapped as a tree if you used up all of the nutrition available to you and couldn't move. You'd perish. as you can see. But this isn't the case. Human beings have the ability to relocate. North, south, east, and west are the directions to follow. Here's the next thing to keep in mind. You'll be here in 5 years. The issue is where adult people are today on this. Where will you be in 5 years if you maintain your current discipline and pace? It's simple to say, hey, I haven't really thought about it, and then to remind yourself to do so in 5 years. Here's what the chances are. Either you will arrive at a well-planned destination or you will arrive at an unexpected location. I guarantee you 5 years from now, whether planned or undersigned, you don't want to arrive at an unplanned location because you may end yourself wearing something you don't want to wear or driving something you don't want to drive. Perhaps you don't want to live there. Or perhaps you don't want to do what you don't want to do since you didn't create a better destination. Phrase of importance: the choices are simple up front. After a few years, it may seem like a difficult task to correct our errors and get back on track. I'm telling you, if you've screwed up your health for years, it'll take more than 10 days to bring it back. This is the key, and discussing it with adolescents is thrilling. If you start early, make a note of it. If you start early, the fortune belongs to you. And we'll speak about the fortune of money later. Not only the fortune of good health, but all the riches that are accessible to people if you start early. The opportunity looms big in front of you, and the chances are stacked in your favor. Yes, it is now feasible to undertake some extreme things and arrive with some riches and nice things despite beginning late. When you don't have a lot of time, though, you may have to make a hasty choice. People are hesitant to make such a choice. So, we have the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 30 years to correct previous mistakes and establish new disciplines. That, I promise you, will alter everything. So, after 5 years, I want you to arrive to a well-designed location, music, a productive environment that makes you feel good about yourself, a position that will glorify you and offer you power over others. In 5 years, who do you want to be? We go in the direction we are facing. We go in the direction we are facing. If you begin creating anything at the end of this path, you will undoubtedly begin to go in the direction you create. The next phrase: the direction determines the final destination. Hope has no bearing on where you end up. Your desire has no bearing on the